They've been at it for years, and you didn't even know. Your energy drained, your opportunities collapsed, your voice silenced. You thought it was coincidence, bad luck, maybe your fault. But no, this was arranged. Every closed door, every failed connection, every time you felt invisible, someone or something wanted you contained. And here's the cruelest part. They've been doing it in plain sight, not with fireworks, but whispers, not with chains, but tiny interruptions that pile up until you're convinced your destiny is unreachable. You see, sabotage never announces itself. It hides in the apology that comes too late, in the call that never returns, in the opportunity that just happened to vanish. It hides in the people who smile in your face while quietly tightening the rope behind your back. Look at your own story. Have you noticed the patterns? Moments when you were about to rise, and suddenly something unexplainable cut you down? That's not random. That's not normal. That's sabotage. And this video, this very moment, is a crack in the wall. You're about to see the fingerprints. You're about to understand the moves. And once you see them, you can never unsee them. Chosen one, they've been sabotaging your life. And today we expose it. A door creaks in the distance. You hear it, don't you? That sound of something entering your space uninvited. A whisper you can't trace. The soft clink of a coffee cup tipping over, spilling dark liquid across the table, staining your plans before they even begin. This is how sabotage moves. Not with thunder, with silence. It doesn't always storm into your life like a villain. It seeps in through the cracks. The friend who forgets to mention your name when it mattered. The partner who suddenly doesn't see your potential. The chance meeting that should have been life-changing, but evaporated as if the universe itself turned away. Think about it. How many times have you felt the floor shift under you right before your step? How many times has momentum died in your chest before it could become action? It feels personal. It feels heavy. And you never get a clear answer why. Sabotage is not just one event. It's a pattern. It shows up in repeated misunderstandings, in projects that mysteriously collapse, in conversations where your voice is drowned before you even speak. It's a subtle sigh from someone close, convincing you to shrink a little more. It's the laughter behind your back, shaping your confidence without you noticing. And while you're brushing off, just life, just bad timing, just my fault, the sabotage deepens. That is its art, to remain invisible, to make you believe you're the problem, to keep you asleep. But listen, I'm not here to lull you into despair. I'm here to jolt you awake. Because in just a moment, I will show you exactly where the sabotage is coming from, how to spot its fingerprints, and how to break it. You are not imagining this, and you are not alone in it. Chosen one, sabotage thrives in the dark, but tonight, we drag it into the light. There's a reason ancient words echo across time. He who sows discord among brothers. Nothing is hidden that will not be revealed. Nothing concealed that will not be brought to light. These aren't just poetic phrases. They are maps, warnings. They remind us that sabotage is as old as humanity itself. That there have always been those who move in shadows, breaking unity, stealing futures, planting division. But Scripture is only one witness. Your own life is another. Look at the patterns. The opportunity you were promised that disappeared without explanation. The sudden coldness from a person you trusted. The series of coincidences that always leave you smaller, weaker, doubting yourself. Reason tells us patterns are not accidents. When the same strange outcome repeats itself again and again, you are not just unlucky, you are targeted. Sabotage has fingerprints, and the first step is noticing. Because once you see the fingerprints, you cannot unsee them. You begin to recognize the whispers behind the curtain, the quiet rearranging of your steps. Now, I need you to hear this clearly. You are not powerless. This is not a message of despair. This is a call to awaken, to stand with others who refuse to be diminished, because you are not meant to fight this alone. Isolation is the weapon of sabotage. Community is its cure. That's why I'm asking you now. Click join. Not later. Not when it's convenient. Now, join the circle of the first chosen ones who are saying no more. Here, You will not be mocked for noticing the sabotage. You will not be shamed for rising against it. You will be recognized, strengthened, backed by others who have seen the same patterns and decided to break them. This is not just a button. It is your declaration. I will not be sabotaged in silence. Click join and take your place among the first who fight back. Chosen one, your story is not ending in confusion. Your story is entering the chapter of clarity. And the people who try to keep you blind will not survive the light you're about to shine. Sabotage is clever. It rarely shouts. Instead, it repeats itself in patterns that look ordinary until you step back and connect the dots. Let me show you the fingerprints. Think about your opportunities. How many times have you had two doors open, only for them to clash, overlap, or cancel each other out? You couldn't be in two places at once, so you lost both. Convenient coincidence or a careful collision. Look at your relationships. Has someone close to you always had a way of draining your energy right before something important? Maybe a last-minute argument, a discouraging word, or a subtle remark that made you doubt yourself. The night before your presentation, suddenly you're in pieces. The morning before your big meeting, you're already carrying someone else's negativity. Projects, how often do they collapse not because of your lack of effort, but because of misunderstandings? Emails accidentally left unanswered, meetings that were forgotten, a crucial message sent to the wrong address. Little things, yes, but little things with deadly precision. And watch the chain of wrong timings. The connection you waited months for finally replies. The day after you commit to something else. The payment you needed doesn't arrive until after the deadline. The door finally opens, but only when you've been too exhausted to walk through it. These are not random. These are the footprints of sabotage. You've felt it. You've seen it. You've lived it. And the moment you admit it, something inside you shouts, I knew it. I knew it wasn't just me. That's because it's not just you. Sabotage works best when it convinces you you're imagining it, but you're not. The truth is right there in the details. And when you start naming those details, the sabotage loses its invisibility cloak. It becomes real, traceable, beatable. Chosen one, you have seen the evidence. Now let me show you the source. Now that you've seen the evidence, the question rises. Who is behind it? Who or what is sabotaging your life? The answer is not as simple as pointing at one face in the crowd. Sabotage wears many masks. And the danger is greater than you think. Because sometimes the mask belongs to someone outside you, and sometimes it belongs to you. First possibility, external sabotage. People, systems, institutions. There are those who benefit when you stay small. A boss who fears your rise because it exposes his weakness. A so-called friend who quietly feeds doubt because your growth threatens her comfort. Entire structures built to keep you distracted, indebted, dependent, never powerful. These are real forces, and they move with intention. But there's a second possibility, and it cuts deeper. Internal sabotage. Fear that whispers, you're not ready. Habits that keep you scrolling when you should be building. Beliefs planted long ago. People like me never succeed. Replaying like background music you stop noticing. This inner voice often partners with the outer enemy. The external attack only succeeds when the internal voice agrees. Here's the twist. Most of the time, sabotage is not purely outside or purely inside. It's both. The external enemy feeds the internal collaborator. The system discourages you, and your fear nods along. The mocking remark lands, and your insecurity finishes the job. Chosen one. They sabotage you from the outside, but the only reason it works is because something inside has been trained to cooperate. But now you know, and once you name the source, you can confront it. External chains can be broken. Internal lies can be rewritten. Sabotage is not invincible. It only survives when it stays hidden. Now that it's revealed, the power shifts. And the next step is mission. Why they sabotage you and why you must rise. Chosen one, you need to understand this. Sabotage isn't random cruelty. It's strategic. The attacks on your opportunities, your confidence, your momentum, they are not accidental setbacks. They are calculated strikes with one clear purpose, to keep you from rising. Why? Because your rise threatens them. Your light exposes their shadows. Your success dismantles their comfort. The systems built to keep you compliant cannot survive your awakening. The people invested in your silence cannot endure your voice. The patterns that profit from your exhaustion collapse the moment you gain energy. So they sabotage, not because you are weak, but because you are dangerous to their agenda. Not because you are unworthy, but because you are essential. This is why you cannot afford to stay asleep. Every time you shrink, the sabotage wins. Every time you doubt yourself, the sabotage feeds. But every time you rise, you disrupt the entire scheme. This is bigger than you. This isn't just personal, it's mission. Your breakthrough isn't only for your comfort. It is for every life connected to yours. Every person who will be inspired when you refuse to quit. Every system that begins to crack when you refuse to bow. They want you small because your true size is unbearable to them. They want you quiet because your voice carries fire. They want you distracted because your focus would pierce their illusions. Chosen one, sabotage is proof of your significance. No one bothers to sabotage the irrelevant. The very fact that resistance rises against you is evidence that you matter. So here's the call. Do not fight merely to survive. Fight because you are chosen to rise. This is not self-defense. This is destiny. And your mission is not to crawl out quietly. It is to stand, to shine, to declare, I will not be contained. The saboteurs will not stop. So neither can you. Chosen one, listen carefully. The window is not infinite. The patterns you've seen, the sabotage you've endured, they are not going to wait politely while you prepare. They are tightening even now. If you've been watching this far, it's because something in you knows the season is shifting. You feel it in your bones. The old story is cracking. The silence is breaking. But if you do not act today, more layers will be lost. More doors will close. More opportunities will slip through the cracks. This is not about fear. It's about urgency. Because sabotage thrives on delay. Every time you say later, sabotage whispers, perfect. Every time you wait for the right moment, sabotage smiles. Because hesitation is its strongest weapon. The truth is, there is no perfect time. There's only now. And right now you have clarity. Right now, you can see the fingerprints. Right now, you know the battle is real. If you walk away without acting, the fog will return. The old doubts will settle back in, and the sabotage will tighten its grip. But if you move now, if you decide in this moment, you tear the script apart. You flip the board. You break the rhythm they depended on to keep you small. Chosen one, this is not just another video. This is a line in the sand. Act now, or the sabotage wins another season. Act now and you shift everything. The choice is yours. Chosen one, hear me. You are not the victim. The sabotage you've endured, the whispers that cut you down, the patterns that try to shrink you, they do not define you. They try to write you into a tragedy. But that script is burning. You are not here to be pitted. You are here to be sharpened. Sabotage thought it could bury you, but only press you deeper into the soil where your roots grew stronger. It thought it could break you, but it only revealed what cannot be broken. You've been treated like glass, fragile, disposable. But glass shatters. You are not glass. You are fire in a furnace. And every act of sabotage was heat applied to your core. What happens in the furnace? Gold is refined. Chosen one, you are the gold. You've been told a story of victimhood. Who are you? Look at everything you lost. Look at how unlucky you are. But that's a lie. The truth is, every attempt to sabotage you is an evidence of your threat. The enemy does not waste energy on the irrelevant. The pressure you felt proves your significance. So today, you step out of the victim's chair. No more rehearsing your wounds as proof of weakness. From this moment forward, your wounds testify to your resilience. Every scar is a signature. You survived what was meant to erase you. And listen, the sabotage is terrified of this realization, because the moment you stop identifying as victim, sabotage loses its anchor. It can no longer hold you down. Say it with me. I am not the victim. I am the chosen. I am the gold. I am the furnace. I am the one who rises. Your story shifts here. The chapter of survival ends. The chapter of mission begins. Chosen one, sabotage tried to define you, but you are the definition of sabotage's failure. Chosen one, now that you know sabotage exists, you must train your eyes to see it. Awareness is your weapon. The more you notice, the weaker the patterns become. Here are tangible signs, the checklist of sabotage in daily life. 1. Repeated drains of energy. Do you notice your motivation vanishing at the same times, in the same patterns? You wake up ready to build, but suddenly a call, a comment, or a distraction leaves you deflated. If the timing feels too consistent to be random, it's sabotage. 2. Sudden breakdowns in communication. Pay attention when conversations cut off without reason, when messages vanish into silence, when someone who is engaged suddenly forgets you. Sabotage thrives in gaps, in the space between what was promised and what was delivered. 3. Patterns of project failure. Not once, not twice, but again and again, your plans unravel. The same misunderstandings, the same missed deadlines, the same collapse that doesn't match your effort. When failure repeats with eerie familiarity, sabotage is at work. For mysterious timing of obstacles. Notice how delays often appear at the exact moment you're about to rise. The night before the interview, chaos breaks out. The week you commit to progress, crisis arrives. Sabotage doesn't just show up, it waits for your momentum, then strikes. 5. Outside eyes confirm what you feel. Sometimes you're too close to see clearly. Ask a trusted person, do you notice a pattern here? If they see the same fingerprints, you're not imagining it. That's validation. Now hear this. Spotting sabotage does not mean living in paranoia. It means reclaiming your clarity. Paranoia keeps you trapped. Awareness sets you free. Chosen one, write these signs down. Keep them in front of you. Every time you see one, call it by name. Sabotage. Because once you name it, you weaken it. Once you see it, you can stop it. Sabotage thrives in the dark. You are the one who turns on the light. Chosen one. Awareness is the first weapon, but action is the blade that cuts the chain. It is not enough to simply see sabotage. You must break it. And sometimes, the most powerful way to break a hidden chain is with a visible act. That's why I'm calling you into an action ritual. It's simple, it's symbolic, and it's powerful. That's it, for simple steps. But understand, this is more than a transaction. This is covenant. When you press that button, you're declaring publicly, I refuse to be sabotaged. I am cutting off the pattern. I am sealing my stand in front of the world. Some will scoff. They always do. Sabotage hates visibility. It thrives in silence, in secrecy, in maybe tomorrow. But this act exposes it. This act marks you. This act tells the sabotage, you don't owe me anymore. It's not about the money. It's about the moment. That $20 is a line in the sand. A physical proof that you chose to rise today, not later. So hear me. Don't just nod. Don't just think, yes, I should. Do it. Click Super Thanks. Choose $20. Type Break the Chain. Because once you act, the sabotage loses its last excuse to linger. Chosen one, break the chain. Do it now. That's it, for simple steps. But understand, this is more than transaction. This is covenant. When you press that button, you're declaring publicly, I refuse to be sabotaged. I am cutting off the pattern. I am sealing my stand in front of the world. Some will scoff. They always do. Sabotage hates visibility. It thrives in silence, in secrecy, in maybe tomorrow. But this act exposes it. This act marks you. This act tells the sabotage, you don't owe me anymore. It's not about the money. It's about the moment. That $20 is a line in the sand. A physical proof that you chose to rise today, not later. So hear me. Don't just nod. Don't just think, yes, I should. Do it. Click Super Thanks. choose $20. Type break the chain, because once you act, the sabotage loses its last excuse to linger. Chosen one, break the chain. Do it now. Chosen one, you've seen the sabotage, you felt its grip, and now you've taken a stand. But breaking the chain is not just one moment. It's a practice, a rhythm, a daily resistance. Here are practical steps, both defensive and offensive, to secure your rise. 1. Set boundaries in relationships. Sabotage often moves through people closest to you. Not everyone cheering you is for you. Learn the holy power of no. If someone repeatedly drains you, delays you, or disrespects you, put distance. You don't owe unlimited access to anyone who chips away at your mission. 2. Keep records of communication. Emails, notes, messages, organize them. Sabotage loves confusion, and she said, clarity protects you. If something important happens, write it down. Keep timelines, not to obsess, but to guard your truth. And if you ever need professional help, you'll have the evidence ready. 3. Practice micro-rituals of empowerment. Every morning, declare short affirmations. I rise. I am chosen. I cannot be contained. Take 5 minutes of silence daily. Breathe, ground, reset. Move your body, even briefly, to shake off sabotage's residue. These small practices seem simple, but they rewire your mind and reset your strength. 4. Train yourself in resilience. Sabotage counts on your fatigue. Beat it by preparing before the strike. Have fallback plans. Have backup contacts. When one door closes, already know the next door you'll knock on. Flexibility destroys sabotage's power. 5. Connect to the community. Isolation makes you vulnerable. Join others who have seen the patterns. That's why the join button exists, not just for membership, but for solidarity. In a circle, you're harder to silence. Together, we rise higher than sabotage can reach. Remember, none of these steps are illegal, unsafe, or extreme. They are simple. They are ethical. And they are powerful when repeated. Sabotage loses when you refuse to play its game. Every boundary, every note, every affirmation, every connection. These are bricks in the fortress of your future. Chosen one, you are not helpless. You are armed, and the more you practice, the stronger you stand. Chosen one, now we seal this moment. You've seen the sabotage. You've named its fingerprints. You've understood its source. But knowledge alone is not enough. We must cut the final chords in spirit, in resolve, in prophetic declaration. So close your eyes if you can. Breathe and receive this activation. Every hidden chain of sabotage is exposed and broken now. Every whisper that tried to shrink your voice is silenced. Every lie that told you were too small is overturned. Every shadow that stalked your steps is scattered. Chosen one, you rise. Your mind is clear. Your path is open. The destiny written for you before time itself will not be erased by the schemes of saboteurs. I speak courage into your chest. I speak fire into your words. I speak wisdom into your decisions. I speak protection over your steps. The sabotage that followed you for years meets its end tonight. And from this night forward, you walk in clarity, in strength, in unstoppable purpose. No more confusion. No more delay. No more stolen opportunities. Only rise. Only light. Only mission fulfilled. Amen. Chosen one, this is your prophetic activation. You are no longer asleep. You are no longer a victim. You are no longer bound. You are the furnace, the gold, the voice, the chosen.